And a very pleasant good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you're watching, whatever you're doing right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this glorious Friday, February 27th. Hello, folks. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We're going to have some fun today. It is our Take the Points show. It's just me. I couldn't get the guys to come up as, let's see, I've got an empty chair right here for Lucas and or Weeze and or Jamie. But we'll have some fun as we're going to talk a little bit today about baseball's coming up. I haven't quite gotten into the baseball yet. I'm going to have to pretty soon because my fantasy league auction will be coming up in about, oh my heavens, 4 weeks from tomorrow. Oh, where did the wintertime go? I'll tell you where it went, where we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about high school basketball. It has just breezed by. The season is over for 80% of the teams in the state, and it's been a lot of fun. As we'll talk a little bit about high school boys and girls hoops here in just a few minutes. Going to talk maybe a little college hoops. Going to talk guess what? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? The NBA is back. Talk a little NBA, maybe a little NHL. I might even throw a little bit of a discussion about some NFL stuff. I may talk football. It's always NFL season, right? Don't they always claim it's NFL season whenever and wherever they are? But we'll do all that today. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's going on in and around your area today on this glorious Friday, February 27th? The Candyman's here. The Candyman, he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. He'll be at Clay County Hospital. He's already there. He started about 5 minutes ago from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. today at the Clay County Hospital. The hospital auxiliary hosting the Candyman. I don't know what he or she, I guess it's Candyman, what he's bringing, but it'll be in the hospital conference room. Sales take place from 9 to 4, and a portion of the proceeds go to the hospital auxiliary. Now, at least on this one, they are not permitting you to use your future payroll to buy candy. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, who doesn't want candy on their payroll? I'm with that. How about this is Lent? As you know, we had Mardi Gras a couple of weeks ago, and a fish fry this afternoon. It'll be at the Jeff Ruritan building. That's on 112 West Jefferson. You can't miss it in Jeff if you're driving into town. It's the big building on the west side of the highway. Hosting a fish fry. Serving begins at 4:30. Menu consists of fried catfish, baked beans, hush puppies, French fries, coleslaw, dessert, and drinks. Cost of the meal is $15 for adults, $8 for children, 7 and under. Everyone is welcome to attend. Help out the Ruritans. They help out a lot of folks. Do all kinds of scholarship things. Up in Effingham tonight. This one I'm a little... I don't know much about these folks. This is the Barricade Boys. The Barricade Boys. They'll be at the Effingham Performance Center tonight. Get ready to have your socks knocked off and your heart racing with the Barricade Boys. These 4 dazzling performers are taking the world by storm with their electrifying show that will have you tapping your feet, belting out your favorite tunes, and grinning from ear to ear. From the heart-wrenching emotion of Les Miserables to the toe-tapping harmonies of the Jersey Boys, the Barricade Boys will take you on a musical journey like no other. Throw in a mix maybe of the greatest pop, rock, as well as swing and Motown hits of all time. The Barricade Boys create the ultimate West End party musical mashup. But it's not just about the music. These four superstar performers will also share hilarious and inspiring stories from their time on stage touring the world, and some of the biggest shows from London's West End. They're all the way from England, from London's West End, including Wicked, Billy Elliot, Phantom of the Opera, Sound of Music, Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and plenty more. Get ready for a night you'll never forget, filled with jaw-dropping vocals, sensational dance routines, and more fun than you can shake a stick at. I got to tell you, they are really pumping up the Barricade Boys. I'm sure they're outstanding. Go see them tonight at the Effingham Performance Center. They'll help you out and make you feel all kinds of good times. Whitetails, I've got I hate to be a jerk. I have so many things I'd rather be doing than go and see the Barricade Boys tonight. Actually, I'm doing two things that I'd rather be doing than go and see, but go enjoy it. To each their own. Whitetails Unlimited on Saturday. This will be fun. Over in Salem at St. Teresa's Catholic Church Hall. It's the Whitetail Unlimited River Bottom Stump Sitters Banquet. Say that 5 times fast in a hurry. River Bottom Stump Sitters Banquet. River Bottom Stump Sitters Banquet. River Bottom Stump Sitters Banquet. I got close. I did pretty good. From 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock tonight. Get your banquet tickets and raffle tickets for the banquet right now. Contact Sandy Thomas, 838-2253. That's a 618 number. Call or text her. You can also stop in Act Tire. There you go. Act Tire and Auto for tickets down in, that's over in Florida. Sandy will help you out. Sandy might even have some of those good cookies in there she will sometimes make if you're really nice. You're sure to have a great time at the banquet. It starts at 7. They're going to have a giveaway, a lot of really nice prizes for the kids as well. Make it a family event. Bring your whole family to the banquet. Get your tickets as apparently they'll sell out. I'm not certain if they have sold out. Give Sandy a call at Act Tire and she'll help you out. She'll be able to send you tickets. That's tomorrow evening at 4. Also, tomorrow evening at the Johnsonville Ruritan Building, more fish. Who couldn't use more fish in their diet? Probably the Japanese people are about the only people who get enough fish. There's a fish fry benefit at the Johnsonville Ruritan Building. The meal consists of a choice of fish or barbecue, hash brown casserole, baked beans, coleslaw, dessert, and drink. And it'll be served from 5 to 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The cost of the meal is $14. Benefits in the memory of Danny Barrett, formerly of Fairfield. You remember Danny. I went to school with Danny. Nice kid. He was like 2 years younger than me, passed away a little bit ago. But he attended camp in his younger years and then later served on the camp board at Union Grove. I did not know that. How about that, at the Union Grove Church Camp? He actively participated in the building of the first dorm replacement 5 years ago, back in 2021. Please join in honoring Danny's memory to help folks raise the roof for the 3rd new building. 3 buildings in 5 years, that's pretty good for a camp that had been going for 50 or 60 years already. So yeah, it's in honor, memory of Danny Barrett. Nice deal. Over in Bluford tomorrow morning, at the Bluford Ruritan Building from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock. It will be a community breakfast. Hosted, they do it monthly from 7 to 9 a.m. Menu will be biscuits and gravy along with scrambled eggs, sausage, pancakes, grits, coffee, milk, orange juice by donation. So make a big donation and help out everybody. Actually, with only 2 weeks to go before the Republican and Democratic primary, you might be able to walk in on a candidate buying breakfast for everybody. Happens. I've seen it. I've enjoyed it. Give it a shot. That's again in Blueford, down at the Blueford Ruritan building. The Mount Airy Church of the Nazarene Teens group are hosting a taco/trivia night. It'll be tomorrow night from 4:30 to 7. The teens of Mount Airy Church of the Nazarene are inviting the community to a fun-filled taco trivia night. The event will kick off with tacos, your choice of chicken or beef, serving starting at 4:30. Attendees can also look forward to a variety of delicious desserts. The cost of food by donation, making it accessible for everyone. There you go. Trivia then will begin promptly at 6 o'clock, featuring 10 different categories of questions. No charge to participate in the trivia, making it the perfect opportunity to hone your skills for friends and families to test their knowledge and enjoy a night out together. Again, that's the Mount Airy Church of the Nazarene. What else going on Saturday? A benefit rummage sale over in Salem for Lori Pekoski from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Saturday. It's a benefit rummage sale for Lori Pekoski. It'll be held at the Farm Bureau building over there. Just near the Elks Club? I'm trying to remember. Lori was recently diagnosed with advanced ALS, and a wide variety of items will be available. You'll also be a fill your own bag sale with clothing for $2 a throw. Donations for the sale gladly accepted. If you need more information, get a hold of Cindy at 618-292-7360. What else? One other thing I was going to tell you about. Also at the Effingham Performance Center. I hope they've been able to clean the place up from the barricade boys and get the barricade boys in and out. They're barricaded up. It'll be a six-string summit at the EPC. They've been doing this for 9 years now. This is the 9th annual six-string summit, returning to the stage featuring 6 of the area's best guitar players, backed up by the amazing Summit Band. The 2026 lineup features Caleb Duke Erickson of Effingham, also Max Harmon of Teutopolis from the band The Little Truckers. Duke Erickson's in Firebox. Carson Prummer of Teutopolis, that's from Flight 50. Mike McGowan of Geneva from Hello Dave. And Marty Williamson of Shumway from Hello Dave as well as Wally Hooker from Carbondale, Diamond Dog, with special guest band Hello Dave. Well, if you got two of the guitarists from Hello Dave there, it makes a ton of sense for them to be part of it. Again, this is at the EPC on Saturday night. What else is going on this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? Today it is. Now, this one I'd never heard of, but having been a previous victim of COVID, I know what they're talking about. Anosmia Awareness Day. Anosmia Awareness Day on February 27th brings attention to a condition causing loss of smell. Of all our senses, smell is perhaps taken for granted more than any other. Many causes for anosmia. The most common reasons are due to upper respiratory or sinus nasal infections or diseases. Folks have all experienced a cold or an allergy from time to time that may have temporarily prevented you from smelling. However, other conditions can cause a permanent or long-term loss of the sense of smell. When anosmia symptoms are prolonged or lifelong, many amnesiacs, wow, that's a nice word, do not get to enjoy the flavor of foods, the scent of an infant, or the sense of smell as an early warning system for danger. Our olfactory, see now we're all learning new words today. I knew, before going in today, I knew what olfactory was, the olfactory sense, that's the sense of smell. I didn't know, I'd never heard of the term anosmia. This is a brand new one to me, but I think they've been doing this, it says here, since 2012. They founded Anosmia Day in 2012 to provide improved educational opportunities and support for those with olfactory conditions. There you go. Are there people born without the ability to smell? Yes, but it is an extremely rare condition called congenital anosmia. Also, do you lose, here's a good question, Will you lose the sense of smell as you age? It fades. Your sense of smell may fade as you grow older. All your senses are impacted by aging. Eyesight becomes weaker. Foods begin to taste bland. Also, that's why you see so much salt in like nursing home food. Folks turn up the television or radio because your hearing is getting worse, but your sense of touch becomes maybe more sensitive. Who knew? I didn't realize that. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Polar Bear Day, also known as International Polar Bear Day. This focuses folks' attention on the conservation efforts and learning more about the fabulous polar bear. Polar bears can reach a height. How tall can they get? They get 9 feet tall. That's gigantic. 9 feet tall with a weight of 1,400 pounds. Wow. They use their large, slightly webbed front paws to paddle as they swim. As they are powerful swimmers, some polar bears swim hundreds of miles from land. However, some of the distance may have been covered by floating on sheets of ice. Polar bears have a warming layer of fat covered by their thick coats of insulating fur, which helps them live in colder environments. So some organizations use this day to raise awareness of declining numbers of polar bears around the world. You want a great trivia question? What color is a polar bear's skin underneath all that fur? You see all that fur? What color is their skin? Use this in your next trivia contest, folks. It's their skin color is black. They have black skin underneath all that. It's thick, insulating fur is translucent. So there you go. Where do polar bears live? And they are home in the Arctic expanse from Russia, Norway, Greenland, Canada, and some parts of Alaska. You can find polar bears. What is a polar bear hybrid? This scares the tar out of me. Some polar bears and grizzly bears have bred, creating a hybrid bear. They are called various names, including growler or pizzly bears. I got to tell you, that would be scary as can be to come across a polar grizzly bear. Well, they're both. I guess they both can be very angry. You don't want to get them angry. What else is today, ladies and gentlemen? Love it. National Strawberry Day. This is the finishing up strawberry month of February. For some reason, is National Strawberry Month. I have no idea why February would be National Strawberry Month. Maybe it's because they were importing strawberries from Mexico or bringing them in from California, who knows, for here in February. A few different stories behind the origin of the name strawberries. The more widely accepted version is that berries would drop off the leaves and become strewn about the plant. Over time, strewn berries became strawberries. That makes sense. I hadn't really considered, I'd never really thought about where the name strawberry comes from, but yeah, they'd be strewn across the yard. Maybe that's about as good as I can come with. There was a time when strawberry beds were mulched with straw and insulating the plants over the winter, keeping weeds at bay during the growing season and making them easier to harvest. So yeah, using the straw to mulch them. Another sweet story tells of English children stringing the berries on grass straws and selling the strawberries in their neighborhoods. I don't think I buy that at all, but you just never can tell. So what are different things you can do? Scout out strawberry festivals. There are no strawberry festivals or pick your own farms in February. This doesn't happen. Not in this area. Maybe in about middle of May to the middle of June or early June. But yeah, it's make a strawberry dessert. I can get behind the make a strawberry. I had strawberries last weekend. Had strawberries for Valentine's Day. My lovely wife made up strawberries, and we had strawberries and ice cream. How about that? So yeah, there you go. Are there any other fruits that wear their seeds on the outside? No. How many calories in a strawberry? I love this question because I'll plow through a pint of strawberries and just keep going. But there are only 4 calories in a strawberry, so pop them all you want. What's on TV today, folks? What do you want to see on television tonight? Oh, my heavens. Here we go. It is the regional championship game at North Clay High School. It'll be North Clay versus Lawrenceville tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll be there. I'll be there. Lawrenceville at North Clay. Channel 100. Tune in. You want to watch it. Also on Catch TV, on Catch TV Live Broadcasting on Facebook, or Wabash Catch TV channel on YouTube. NBA basketball tonight. The Cavs are at the Pistons at 6, followed by the Nuggets at Oklahoma City at 8:30. That's an ESPN double header, channel 360. Also, at 7:30, Memphis is at Dallas. That's on FanDuel, channel 370. NCAA no hockey on TV tonight. They just came back Thursday night. Taking another day off. Those lazy bums. Who's kidding who? Thank you, USA Hockey. That was fun. Both USA men's and women's. NCAA basketball tonight. Doubleheader on CBS Sports Network. The Miami Redhawks, the only undefeated team remaining in the country. They're number 21 in the country. They play at 5 o'clock at Western Michigan. Take a look at them. See if you want to put them in your bets and stuff. They haven't played anybody. They're undefeated. They haven't played anybody. But we'll see what they do. That'll be at 5 o'clock, and that'll be followed at... that's the only game on CBS Sports Network, channel 378. Dayton is at George Washington. That's on ESPN2 at 6. That'll be followed, that's channel 361. Followed by Georgia Southern at Marshall. Also on ESPNU, it's Yale at Cornell at 5. Akron at Kent State at 7. What am I missing? Oh, you know I was missing something. The other huge game tonight at 7 o'clock. Illinois hosts Michigan. Number 3 Michigan coming into number 10 Illinois at 7 o'clock on Fox. Ooh. Go Illini. Go. Let's talk more sports when we return. High school basketball. And talk girls and boys hoops right after these. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
I am reminded by watching that final commercial there about the Zimdar's. Congratulations to Cody Zimdar's, the senior basketball player for the North Clay Cardinals, son of Randy and Shelley of Zimdar's Heating and Appliance Repair, and he hit his 2,000th point on Wednesday night of his career. Wow, that is just a gargantuan achievement. There are, I bet you 70%, 80% of the schools in high schools in Illinois do not have a 2,000 point score. And I've only seen a few. And that's only the second time I've seen somebody get their 2,000th point. So congratulations to Cody Zimdar's. What a career. Actually, it might be the third. Cody Lane may have gotten 2,000 in front of me, but I tried to put that one out. Yeah, outstanding job. They will be at home, I already mentioned, tonight against Lawrenceville at the final of the North Clay Regional. Let's talk first. And I realize this is Thursday morning or Friday morning that you may be watching this on television. The games for the girls' high school sectional championships were Thursday night. I'm shooting this on Thursday afternoon before the games. Now, here's a look at right now. If you're in the sectional final, you're in the Sweet 16 to get to state or to win state. And of local squads, we have two. They just happen to be playing each other. Up there, you see the second game. Well, actually, three if you count Cumberland. They're pretty close to Dietrich and to Montrose. But Brownstown, thanks Brownstown and Edwards County. The Brownstown St. Elmo Bombers are taking on the Edwards County Lady Lions on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. to advance to the Super Sectional at Arcola. If they win there, they would go on to Normal, to the state tournament next weekend, Thursday the 5th and Saturday the 7th. So best of luck to both of those squads. They have been fun to watch. We've seen both of them on Wabash Catch TV this fall or this winter, and both those teams tremendous. It's going to be you look at all these schools. The lowest seed, and it only shows up twice, is a 3. So the level of competition here in Class 1A is fantastic. And then you take a look at Class 2A. We do have one school remaining there. Actually, we've seen Breeze Central numerous times as they played against Salem. But Paris and Teutopolis playing at Olney tonight for the championship of the Olney sectional, as Paris knocked off, they upset, I believe, Effingham. Paris beat Effingham to get the opportunity to play T-Town for the championship game. Effingham was the 1 seat on that side. So, it's a fantastic setup and good luck to all of the folks that we shoot and that we follow, including T-Town, and we've had Nashville on TV, we've had Breeze Central on TV. The bad part about that is that the winner of that one, T-Town and Paris winner and the Breeze Central Nashville winner, will go play at Benton. So they'll be playing each other. There's only going to be basically looking at the towns. One town in Southern Illinois up in the state tournament. But that's better than none, I guess, right? Some years there have been no Southern Illinois towns. Let's see how many here with an opportunity. Edwards County is the top. Those four, you can count Mount Pulaski as Southern Illinois. So yeah, there will be at least one school from Southern Illinois in the girls. Oh, that's the same way in the girls in the state tournament, Class 1A and 2A. Fantastic. Best of luck, ladies. How about the boys? Well, I already told you we've got the we have the game tonight between the Lawrenceville Indians and North Clay. You see, North Clay beat Diedrich Wednesday night, 54-46. Lawrenceville knocked off Red Hill, 61-38. They play tonight. Casey Westfield plays Cumberland. The upset, let's see, where was the upset there? Nope, there was not an upset. The 2 is playing the 3, right? You have the 1 playing the 4, so that the seeds worked out there. How about on the top half? Seeds worked out there as well as here in Class 1A. No upsets as of yet in Class 1A. By the way, that's going to be a fantastic game at Altamont tonight as well. If you have the opportunity to go see one, Weber at Altamont will be fantastic. I talked about I mentioned Cody Zimdars has 2,000 points, reached the 2,000 point plateau on Wednesday night. Kid for Weber, Nathaniel Marlowe, eclipsed 3,000 points the other day. You know how many guys in the state of Illinois have passed 3,000 points? I can probably count them on 10 fingers, and I probably can tell you they are names that you would remember. I can tell you 3 or 4 of them right off the top of my head. There ain't that many. So yeah, if you have the opportunity to see the Weber Altamont game, that'd be a fun one. If you're not going or watching the North Clay Lawrenceville game. First, let's see. What's the best way to go about this? Go to Altamont Weber, watch us on your YouTube as you're sitting there watching that game live, and then get scores from Illinois versus Michigan. I don't know what to tell you to do. There's too much basketball tonight. Then you look, we are not even talking yet about Class 2A. You look into Class 2A, you've got T-Town versus Newton, as Newton upset Salem, minor upset, Newton over Salem, a seed upset, and that'll be the Robinson championship game tonight. And then Warrensburg-Latham versus St. Joe Ogden, that'll be up at St. Joe Ogden. Even though Warrensburg-Latham is the higher seed, they're having to play at St. Joe Ogden, and that's a little bit of a tough assignment. And actually, I guess it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? And when I talked about Weber playing at Altamont, Weber the higher seed, the better seed, having to play at Altamont. It's just how the cookie crumbles. And then the other half of the Monticello sectional. There's your big upset on Wednesday night. Vandalia beat St. Anthony by 2 on a last-second shot. And when I say last second, I mean last millisecond, millisecond, maybe even potentially after the clock went off. Hey, look, don't yell at me. I just yell at other people. Yeah, congratulations to the Vandalia Vandals knocking off a good St. Anthony team. St. Anthony was the 2 seed, the Vandals the 7. So now Fairfield gets the Vandals in Vandalia on tonight at 7 o'clock. Tolona Unity is going to play at Maroa. So both of those regional finals, with what we were talking about, one team, the home team being the lower seed, playing the higher seed on the road. On the road. So it's just how these things work. It sometimes happens. Not anything you can do about them now. You just got to go and take care of business if you're the better seeded team. And that's all tonight. That's fun. High school basketball at its finest. Only 256 teams left in the state. So already 2/3 have been eliminated, but the level of play is really ramping up there. What are we going to talk about next? How about college basketball? That's what we'll do. Be back right after these. Stick around.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywhite, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Goldie Finger, trying to destroy the courthouse, I see.
Precisely, Mr. Bot!
Too bad, Goldie Finger. I've got a secret weapon.
Huh?
Building center. Zinc building center.
We'll need new lumber, doors, paint, windows, plumbing, electrical.
It was good.
Zinc Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
That is fantastic. I can't get over the little kid playing Blofeld with the cat. Yeah, I love that. Welcome back, Big Talking Bruce. Thank you so much. This is our weekly Take the Points show. Let's talk a little bit of college hoops. How about the college? Oh my goodness! I've been complaining for the last 2 or 3 weeks about how high school basketball is almost over. Actually, next week is the final weekend for the girls, and then the weekend after that will be the final weekend for boys high school basketball. College basketball just about over as well. Regular seasons are ending. Well, the MVC, the Missouri Valley, where SIU plays, they are in not Eastern, they're in the OVC, where SIU plays along with Indiana State and Murray and Belmont, and that ends this weekend. They'll have their tournament next weekend in St. Louis, and then the Big Ten tournament will be the week after that. In the all the rest of the conferences, for the most part. So there's some ending early, but for the most part, the rest of them will be playing the week after that. Their seasons will end next Sunday. Golly, where did the time go? Illinois, after they play tonight against Michigan, they only have 2 games to go. Maryland and somebody. USC or somebody, I can't remember, but yeah, it's the time has just flown by. Let's take a look at what do the experts say about about who's going to win it all. Of course, that's right now is when folks are beginning to think about who's going to get in the tournament, who may not make the tournament, who's going to do well in the tournament, who do I want to avoid. I mean, I appreciate you tuning into the show. If you're tuning in the show, I bet you it's there's a pretty good percentage point chance that you are going to be filling out a bracket here in about 2 weeks, and we'll get into that as well as that time gets closer. But yeah, we'll see. There are tons of different options. But here's what the current odds are for teams to win the NCAA championship. Michigan, even though they're the number 3 team in the country, they are the favorite at plus 350. Of course, you know that means you have to bet you have to bet, if you bet $100, it'll pay you back 350 plus your original 100. So it'll pay you back 400. So it's plus 350. Duke plus 425. Arizona 450. And also at this time of year, it's incumbent on these teams to be healthy. You also see in there's no Illinois, because I pulled these from a website that is based in Illinois. In Illinois, you cannot bet on Illinois colleges to win the national title. What really kind of surprises me here is there are several, to me, kind of surprising things. Kansas at 20-1 to win the title. That, to me, now that's basically going all in on Bill Self. Kansas is not tremendously healthy. They had a great win over Houston the other night. They are up and down. You might get them show up one day. You may not. You may get them may not show up the next day. Kansas at 20-1. You've got Florida at 10-1. There's your returning champions. They're playing very well. Florida, we'll get to the conference standings here in a second, but you're going to see Florida is doing very well in a tough conference. The SEC is pretty tough, and then Iowa State's kind of fading right now at 14-1. I would be surprised. I'm surprised Purdue is 27-1. That seems. Is it bad if I think that Purdue ought to be 30 or 40-1, and it's because of past experience with Purdue? I think Purdue at 27-1 is they got good guards. Don't get me wrong. You have to have good guard play to win in March and April, and Purdue has good guards, but boy, I just that 27 that doesn't seem. I do like. However, if I was going to bet on any of these, and I may still bet, I love UConn at 1,600. I think you've got one of the best coaches in the country, and he's got a team that is really beginning to play terrifically well. You saw what they did to St. John's Wednesday night. A ranked team, they beat St. John's by 30. And so, 32, I think. So, yeah, it was just a phenomenal win. Other ones, I'll point out to you, Kentucky 100-1. You've got, they're down in the neighborhood there with Wisconsin at 101. Well, that was fun. That was 10 years ago now, by the way, I believe, when Kentucky played Wisconsin in the NCAA championship game. How old does that make you feel? That was 10 years ago. Frank Kaminsky 10 years ago. Golly, I'm old. And then other ones you might want to. I like SLU at plus 125, 125 to 1. That looks like a fun bet. SLU is a good team. They are scoring. Keep an eye on SLU. 125. That seems really, really high. What are some conferences? How are they looking? Let's go alphabetically. And who will or will not, do we think, make the tournament out of the ACC? Well, ESPN says they should get 8 teams in. And the locks already in Duke, Virginia, North Carolina, Louisville, and NC State already figure they have their tickets locked in. Should be in potentially SMU, Miami. Miami's good. And Clemson. Some teams with work to do in the ACC. How about Cal and Virginia Tech? Cal played on... they had a nice win Wednesday night as they won 3 in a row. I like Cal. I don't much care for SMU, but I do like Cal. So we'll see how that goes. How about the Big East? Big East is a weird conference. Probably only going to get maybe 3 or 4 in because there aren't that many good teams in the Big East. I already mentioned UConn, and hopefully playing in the Big East won't hurt them over the course of time. But UConn at 16-2, they're going to get in, and that St. John's Red Storm will get in. Villanova's going to get in. Will anybody else get in? Well, ESPN says they don't think they will. The folks with work to do, Seton Hall is about the only other team with a shot to get in, and they play at UConn Saturday, so that gives them an opportunity. They really need to win at UConn for Seton Hall to have a chance to get in. When you're 19-9, it makes it tough. Let's go to the Big Ten. How many are they calling for the Big Ten? I believe they're saying the Big Ten's going to get 10. Let's get back here and see what the number actually. I'm looking at ESPN's numbers. Yeah, they're figuring the locks right now: Michigan, Purdue, Illinois, Nebraska, Michigan State, and Wisconsin. They're expected 9 bids. The teams that they think should be in: Iowa. I figure Iowa gets in. UCLA probably gets in as well, as they had that nice win against Illinois. I hate to bring that up, but they had a nice win against Illinois, and Iowa is playing decently well right now. They've got a trip to Penn State Saturday, and then they have Michigan and Nebraska. That might hurt Iowa's chances. UCLA again, they do have they've got at Minnesota. UCLA could get tripped up at the barn. If UCLA loses at the barn up in Minnesota, they may just be pushing their way out of the NCAA tournament. Who has work to do to get in from the Big Ten? Your Indiana Hoosiers and your Ohio State Buckeyes. Indiana has an opportunity. They have Michigan State at home on Sunday. I don't know. Like I said, I'm shooting this Thursday afternoon before Michigan State plays Purdue Thursday night. Michigan State may be coming in there on like a ball of fire to Bloomington on Sunday, but they may also be licking their wounds if Purdue puts them down on Thursday night. They just lost their most winnable remaining game to Northwestern, and will likely enter the Big Ten tournament they're probably going to end up having to play on Wednesday. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Probably going to end up having to play on Wednesday in the NCAA tournament to get into the let's see, do they do to get into the 9-8 game. That's tough. That is asking a lot. And then USC has a lot of work to do. It's going to be, there's a lot to go on here. How about the Big 12? this has been the conference of the year all season long. They have had such talent. You look, they've got what, 7 ranked teams. There's 6 ranked teams. Arizona, Kansas are in, Iowa State, they're in Houston, all in the top. Those will all be top 3 or 4 seeds. Texas Tech's going to get hurt by an injury. They had JT Toppin, their best player, was injured last week, and that's going to hurt them. Also, you got to figure that BYU is in. Not a ton of other teams that are really good in this conference. UCF has a good chance. UCF is, well, the other ones are all expected locks, and the chances for UCF are 50% right now. They've got to continue winning. They've got Baylor on Saturday, and they have work to do. And also, finally, in the SEC, I told you, Florida really rolling. Florida 13-2, leading the SEC. They are a tough team. They have ESPN has locks for Florida, Alabama, Vandy, Arkansas, and Tennessee, and they call Kentucky a should be in. Georgia a should be in, along with also Texas A&M and Missouri. And the teams with work to do, they have the Longhorns. I don't know about Kentucky should be in with. Now, Kentucky plays anybody, but they've got 10 losses, and they've got to play. They still have to play Vanderbilt Saturday. Kentucky is. They still have toughest remaining schedule. They have all 3 games remaining are against quadrant 1 teams, including Vanderbilt and Florida. Kentucky still got, to me, work to do. They've got to take care of business, win maybe 1 or 2 of those quad 1 games toward the end of the season. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. The big day is coming. 2 weeks from Sunday will be Selection Sunday. What a day. Selection Sunday right into the Oscars. That'll be fun. Let's take one quick break. How about we talk NBA for a few minutes? Back after these.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk. Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today, as it's our weekly Take the Points show. I haven't talked about basketball or talked about the NBA in a long time. Let's take a look. Here's what the futures look like for the NBA. Just showed it for for college basketball, and it really they've separated the wheat from the chaff here in the NBA. Oklahoma City is by far and away the favorite, with the Nuggets at second. I'm surprised the Spurs are 10-1. That is, I guess that's indicative of folks just thinking that they need another year of seasoning. San Antonio is playing really, really well right now. They've won 10 games in a row going into Thursday night. Well, I'll show you. Here's what the Western Conference currently looks like. The Spurs only 2 games back from the Thunder. And like I said, they've won their last 10, and they are playing exceedingly well. Oklahoma City, they've kind of hit cruise control a little bit after their great start. You have the Rockets; those 2 teams highly above the other 2 teams. I guess the reason that folks think the Nuggets, you have that great player. You've got Jokic playing for the Nuggets, the former MVP. That makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, that makes sense. Let's take a look at the East. Like I said, the Pistons well and away from the Boston Celtics, but the Cavaliers are getting the most respect here. Pistons aren't even getting mentioned until the 6th pick is the Pistons. Pistons are playing pretty good basketball, but they are kind of locked into one way to play. I mean, they've got only one guy that can beat you. If you can shut down Cade Cunningham, you can shut down the Pistons. The problem is shutting down Cade Cunningham. Like I said, here's the West after, and here is the East. The Bulls have traded away their future. You've got numerous teams who've gone into full-on tank mode here, including the Bulls, the Wizards for sure. The Nets are just bad. Pacers are just bad. Everybody's hurt. And here, the Utah Jazz. They're in full-on tank mode. They are shutting players down during the game. The game is going on. They might be winning. They'll set their starters for the final quarter and end up losing the game. It's just the saddest thing. It makes you sick to see. Here are some of the bets for the MVP as well as for the Rookie of the Year. That shows you a little bit about how few. You have to be out of the blue to win MVP. I don't know how anybody is going to get up there, other than, I guess, Wembanyama has a chance, but it is Jokic and Gilgeous-Alexander. It's all voted on by the. This is not an objective award. It's entirely subjective. Then you look at the NBA Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flagg. Con Kneppel has a chance to catch Cooper Flagg. I think the only chance would be if Cooper Flagg didn't play the rest of the year. But Cooper Flagg, Con Kneppel from Duke playing over at Charlotte, he's having a heck of a year. So there you go. What do you want to see? I can't get away without at least talking a little football. Here, ladies and gentlemen, next year's a Super Bowl championship, NFL champ. The odds for the next year's champ, long before the draft, long before everybody knows who their quarterbacks are, and long before anybody is injured or has come back from injuries. That's just crazy talking. You can still bet on. You got the Seahawks and the Rams both up in the top 2, and they play in the same division, so they're going to have to play each other twice a year anyway. That doesn't make a lick of sense. How about this? Regular season MVP you can bet on. The favorite, Josh Allen. Drake May at 10-1. Go ahead and burn your money there. Light it on fire. I do like Lamar Jackson at 700, but it's a possibility. He'll have a new coach. He has a new coach. Joe Burrow at 10-1. Of course, Matthew Stafford, the returning MVP, 14-1. Do you think the old man can do it 2 years in a row? Did it last year. Could happen. It could happen. Had to get a little football in, didn't I, instead of just talking basketball the whole time? Thank you so much for tuning in today. Really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it and have a great day and a great weekend. See you next time on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a good one.